All right, now we're going to be speaking about the Temple of Erechtheon, which is right here, which would have been to the left, coming up through the Propylaea would have been to the left. So let's go to the other slide. And this is on the Acropolis. It's made of marble in Athens, of course, and it's year 421 to 405 BCE. This would have been destroyed, the original temple of Athena, dedicated to Athena, and this new Ionic structure had multiple shrines that it was dedicated to. So yes, it had a shrine inside honoring Athena, but it also had other gods and goddesses that it was dedicated to. Among them was the Erechtheus, which was an early king of Athens who they wanted to dedicate this building to. So it's said that miraculously a olive tree was grown where there still is one there, that Athena, when her powers had miraculously had this olive tree come down, and it's growing, and of course it's been replanted many times, but there's still an olive tree there in honor of Athena. And so looking at it on the back side, we can see that the columns on this they have the volute, so they are ionic, and we have a straight column that's a little bit more slender, and we have a base at the bottom that sits on top of the stylobate. And there would have been a frieze up here, which is now gone. Let's move to the other slide. So you can see this reconstructive drawing of the different levels that the architect would have had to take into consideration in building this, that we've got all these different levels. And so what's different about that is that typically in a temple, a Grecian temple, it's very symmetrical, so it's the same on both sides. You have the columns in the front, the columns all the way around, everything is exactly the same, the number is the same, all of that. And then here we have this land, and what are we going to do with it? It's up and down, and we got to be able to figure out how to build a temple on here, and this is what their solution was. So this asymmetrical temple is what they came up with, which is still really quite beautiful. So you can see also that here for the frieze, that the marble was a different color. They brought in a blue-gray marble, which would have really nicely contrasted with the white marble of the temple. And it's beautiful the way that the contrast and the way they would have had this all painted. So you can see from this view how you've got all this white marble, and then you look here where you've got this gold. It's said that there was gold and rock crystals and glass, colored glass, that were on these capitals and up into the frieze, and it must have been absolutely gorgeous and shine, and brightly, the bright colors and everything. It must have been very, very beautiful to see this on top of the Acropolis. Let's go to the Porch of the Maidens. Which is here, what it looks like now. And so these are called caryatids. They are columns built in the form of a female figure, and you can see these are beautiful goddesses, and they're still clothed, so our female figures are still clothed in the classical Greece. And it was necessary that these women have this contrapposto pose that was part of the caryatid, and necessary that they have hair. You can see they all have this braided hair that runs on their back, down their back. If they had designed the caryatid without that thickness in the hair, the neck itself probably would not have been strong enough for it to function as a column. And so you can see the contrapposto pose with the relaxation, and then also the one straight leg with the relaxed knee, and it would have been the same with the arms, where one would have been maybe coming out at us, bent at the elbow, and the other one relaxed, maybe hanging down. And this was necessary to be able to make sure that they have the strength in this column so that it would hold up the actual porch.